Welcome in, guys, and this past week has been a mad week and a very angry week for the WWE. Now, this past week, it was announced this past week that Braun Strowman, Buddy Murphy, Aliester Black, Santana Garrett, and many more have been released from WWE. Isn't this a bit of deja vu? Haven't I seen this before? Yes, you're right. It was after WrestleMania when they released Samoa Joe and etc. etc. Now we get on to again another set of releases, and I'm thinking, why would you need to release anybody, Vince? I mean, you look at your profit, and you've done the best profit you've done ever. You've had a $1 billion sale, so Peacock can actually have your content on their platform and actually can showcase that. You're not doing any shows on the road, so it's not costing you on production or whatever because you're doing it at the PC or at the Thunderdome. So why are you doing these cuts, Vince? Why are you cutting these people, Vince? Oh, it's to balance the books. They may be selling WWE. Or is it just for your own greed, Vince? Is it only just because, Vince, that you're getting older and you know you don't have much time left and you're thinking, God damn it, these guys, I put faith in these guys and girls I put faith in. They're not the real deal. You should have thought of it, Vince, before you actually push these guys. I mean, look, going through these releases, you have Aliester Black, who last week on SmackDown was actually interviewing with Big E. You had him with 2 vignettes. You're building this guy up. You're building Aliester Black up to actually maybe be kind of the L-spot like he was in NXT. And then a week later, he's released. The whole career have nothing for you, pal. That fucking bullshit. Vince McMahon saying, oh, Vince is sabotaging anybody's career. Vince doesn't hold anybody down. I.e., look, this is what Cody Rhodes said a couple of years ago. And then we fast forward to now, and basically still, nothing has changed, Cody. You look at what's happened this week, look what happened to Samoa Joe, look what happened to CM Punk's 434-day title reign, which he was playing fucking second to actually Johnny, Big Johnny, and John Cena, and people say Vince is holding him down and sabotaging his career. But anyway, and then Braun Strowman, this is another one that I really don't get, is that Braun Strowman, this was the guy that you actually had in the main event feud at your last pay-per-view, which was Backlash WrestleMania. And then 3 or 4 weeks later, he was actually released. This is the guy, Braun Strowman, that you was actually building and potentially having as one of your mega stars in the company. Was he going to move the needle like a Roman Reigns? Maybe not, but he was one of the guys that you could build the company around. And this was a guy that he was getting people. He was in time actually with Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. He was world champion in the pandemic year. And you release him. He was in a match against your son Shane. He had a match against the McMahon. At one time that used to actually mean something. That used to actually make somebody get elevated. I.e. like an Austin. I.e. like a Triple H. But then 2 months later he's released. Now I kind of expect Buddy Murphy to get released because basically after the whole Rey Mysterio thing, you know, maybe send him back to NXT. But did you have to really do this, Vince? Did you really have to do this? Because it was not necessary. It's just bad business from the WWE.